Hi, I'm here at RSA 2009 with Matt Mosher, Senior Vice President of the Americas for Lumension Security. Today we're going to talk a little bit about coordinating security and compliance efforts within the enterprise. Matt, Art Coviello, in his opening address for RSA, kind of talked a little bit about how the attackers are really coordinating their efforts and creating an ecosystem that makes it easier for them to attack the enterprise. And yet, within the enterprise, their security efforts are not nearly as coordinated as they need to be in order to stem these attacks. What do you think that the typical enterprise needs to do in order to bring together all of their security practices and their compliance efforts into a cohesive whole effort?
Well, I think there's a couple of initiatives on. There's a lot of factors that are kind of coming together. If you look at some drivers, we have operations and security kind of merging a little bit closer together. Security setting a little bit more up on the policy side. Operations is playing a more active role in administering that. And yet some of what you still have is very kind of siloed efforts. Everybody's dealing with their own security issue in their own area of domain expertise. What you need to do is kind of elevate your security picture up a level. And really what that does is, can I provide a more holistic approach to viewing my posture? I think there's a lot of CIOs and maybe even CEOs of companies today who are saying, geez, every year you guys come to me and ask me for some more incremental dollars, and you do a very good job of articulating what the problem is with the technology that this point solution needs to address. What I'd really like to know is, has my overall security posture improved and have I reduced my risk? So I think, people are trying to elevate that and they're trying to get a better idea of how do I manage my risk? How do I make sure my next incremental security dollar spent is going to provide the maximum amount of benefit and reduce the maximum amount of risk? So some of the technologies that are trying to do that are really in the IT GRC space, where you're really trying to take a lot of the data from all of these point systems and elevate them. And then also combine them with what are your processes, what are your best practices and your best practices policies, using standards like ITIL or COBIT to bring together a more holistic point of view. And a great byproduct of that is that you're really creating a lot of the documentation required for a lot of these audit processes. So you're going to be in a better position to do your compliance work, and you can potentially reduce some costs there as well. So I think elevating that picture, giving a more holistic view of the enterprise, putting all of that technology in the context of a business function or an interest are all things that we need to do to make sure that the business owners see the value in security.
Excellent. What are the biggest challenges that organizations face in kind of reaching that higher elevation?
Well, I think there's a lot of challenges, and every organization has a little bit different. Often we do very well with a technical point solution and stuff, but if we incorporated those into the right process, people play a big factor in this. Machines are good at watching other machines, but how are the people setting up the policies, and are the policies being, enforced? So you really have to combine kind of what are all of my policies and processes, my manual process, with my automated controls. And that's a lot of what GRC is trying to do, is trying to bring together not only process and technical controls into one holistic view.
And how is Lumension Security helping organizations to meet those challenges and basically go on to that next level?
So, we've always been very traditionally strong in vulnerability management and endpoint security. Those are very, technical controls. Those are how do I secure a platform or a machine? And yet, really what we had a lot of customers asking us for was, hey, what is some of the compliance information, in that context? And also, how do I incorporate my processes into that? So, we've recently just done an acquisition of really a GRC technology that allows us to give more of that dashboard overview and do a better job of doing risk management and providing that compliance context. So we heard that from our customers. People are looking to say, hey, how do I marry my technical controls with my business processes? And so we're expanding our capabilities to try to meet that need.
All right. Thank you very much, Matt.
Okay.